Let her go. Say again?
I said.
The casting for the 1986 TV series Designing Women was a careful process. Linda Bloodworth Thomason, the creator, wanted actors who could bring her characters to life with both humor and depth. Dixie Carter was chosen for her sharp wit and southern charm, perfect for the role of Julia Sugarbaker. Annie Potts, with her comedic timing, was a natural fit for Mary Jo Shively. For the sweet but naive Charlene Frazier, Jean Smart was selected, and Delta Burke captured the essence of the beauty queen Suzanne Sugarbaker. The team looked for chemistry between the actors during auditions, ensuring they could work well together. The final cast was a group of actors who could deliver the show's mix of comedy and social commentary effectively. Each actor brought their unique style to the show, making it a beloved classic. The casting choices were pivotal, setting the tone for the series and its success.
At first, I'd just go to the market and I would just pay whatever price they asked. And after a couple of weeks, I told Ted, we can't.
The director of the 1986 TV series Designing Women, Linda Bloodworth Thomason, used her southern roots to shape the show. She aimed to highlight strong, smart women while addressing social issues with humor. Her style was to mix comedy with serious topics, making the show both funny and thoughtful. She worked closely with the actors to develop their characters, often using their personal experiences to add depth to the roles. The collaboration with the cast and crew was key, with open discussions to ensure everyone's ideas contributed to the show's success. This teamwork helped make the series a favorite, remembered for its sharp wit and the way it tackled important issues of the time. Linda's vision was clear to create a show that was entertaining, but also made people think and feel, and she succeeded in doing that with Designing Women.
To become a citizen, and hers is marginal. Secondly, you gotta take a test on American government, and Consuelo can't take.
Welcome to a journey back to the 1986 TV series Designing Women, a show that brought laughter, surprises, and heartfelt moments into our living rooms. This series introduced us to the lives and work of 4 women at an interior design firm in Atlanta, Georgia. It stood out for its sharp wit humor and the way it tackled social issues, which was quite bold for its time. Many viewers found a favorite character in Julia Sugarbaker, played by Dixie Carter, whose elegance and quick comebacks left a lasting impression. Her role showed that a woman could be both strong and graceful. Designing Women has remained a beloved series because it portrayed characters who were real and relatable. They faced life's ups and downs just like we do, making us laugh and sometimes cry, but always leaving us with something to think about. Now we're curious to know about your connection with the show. What is your most treasured memory or personal experience related to Designing Women? Your stories and memories are important to us, so please share them in the comments below. We're looking forward to reading about the moments that touched your heart or made you smile. Keep watching as we explore more surprising facts and touching stories from this memorable series.
Knows that Sam Walton is the richest man in America and lives in Arkansas.
Is he richer than Donald Trump?
Are you kidding? Donald Trump couldn't
The television series Designing Women, which aired in 1986, was filmed primarily in Los Angeles, California. The set design aimed to reflect the elegance and style of an interior design firm in Atlanta, Georgia, where the show was set. The production team faced challenges in creating a believable southern atmosphere while filming on the West Coast. They often had to source specific furniture and decor to match the Georgian aesthetic. Filming was done on sound stages as well as at various locations to give a sense of authenticity to the setting. One innovative approach was the use of video playback technology, which allowed directors and actors to immediately review scenes and make quick adjustments to performances and camera work. This technology was relatively new at the time and helped streamline the production process. The show also utilized a multi-camera setup, which was not as common for comedies in the 1980s, allowing for a more dynamic filming style and quicker scene changes. These techniques helped Designing Women stand out in a crowded television landscape and remain a memorable show for its production quality.
Anthony, we all feel like that. I thought you knew.
Designing Women, a sitcom that aired starting in 1986, has been a favorite for many, including fans of the Golden Girls. Despite comparisons, and some believing it borrowed elements from the Golden Girls, Designing Women carved out its own identity with a blend of humor and humanism. The show featured a memorable cast, with Jean Smart portraying the lovable Charlene, Dixie Carter as the sharp-witted Julia, Annie Potts as the relatable Mary Jo, and Delta Burke as the hilarious Suzanne. The characters' interactions and the performances by the actresses brought the show to life. Delta Burke's portrayal of Suzanne, a self-centered former beauty queen with a hidden kind heart, was particularly noteworthy for its comedic brilliance. The series also gained attention for its political commentary, which was unusual for sitcoms at the time, thanks to creator Linda Bloodworth Tomlinson. The show faced challenges with cast changes in its later seasons. The sudden exits of Delta Burke and Jean Smart's characters were felt by viewers, and the introduction of Julia Duffy as Allison Sugarbaker was not well received, leading to her character's quick departure. Jan Hooks added value to the show with her portrayal of Carlene Dobber, and Judith Ivey's character BJ, a wealthy widow, joined in the final season to help the Sugarbaker firm. Despite the cast changes, Designing Women is remembered for its humor, unique characters, and quality writing. The episode Pearls of Wisdom stands out for its comedic scenes. Fans have been awaiting the release of the show on DVD, which has been delayed due to music licensing issues. The studio aims to make the DVDs affordable for all fans. The anticipation continues as the release details are finalized.
Wedding, and it was beautiful, but there's one thing I always wanted.
The music for the TV series Designing Women was crafted to fit the show's setting and stories. The score often used light, catchy tunes to match the humor and quick wit of the characters. For more serious moments, the music shifted to softer, slower melodies to bring out the deeper feelings in those scenes. The composers and musicians worked closely with the show's creators to make sure the music added just the right feeling to each episode, helping viewers connect even more with the characters and their adventures. The soundtrack became a key part of the show's identity, remembered fondly by fans.
Bye-bye, Anthony.
Oh, don't you worry, we'll come visit.
Try to get some rest now.
Oh, excuse me.
In the landscape of television, a show's title can sometimes reflect more than just its content. This was the case with a popular series from the late 80s, which drew its name from a term for deceitful behavior. Its success was notable, especially during a 3-year period when it was paired with another hit show, leading to a significant rise in viewership. The series faced challenges, particularly when a beloved cast member left. Her replacement, despite initial backlash, eventually won over audiences and critics alike, securing her place until the show's conclusion. Another new face, however, wasn't as fortunate, facing immediate disapproval that led to a swift exit after just one season.
Miss George is unable to fulfill her duties. The first runner-up will take
Yeah, well, that never happens. No.
Designing Women, a show from 1986, is known for its strong characters and memorable scenes. One standout scene is when Julia Sugarbaker defends her sister Suzanne from a beauty pageant critic. The direction focuses on Julia's passionate speech, highlighting her strong will and love for her sister. The camera stays close, capturing every determined look and heartfelt word, making viewers feel her emotion. This scene shows the bond between the sisters and leaves a lasting impression. Actors and filmmakers say this scene was key in showing the show's heart family and loyalty above all else. It's a moment that stays with viewers, reminding them of the power of standing up for loved ones.
I finally just let the waist out and tied it with a belt.
Bernice, isn't there a present here that you would like to return?
In the world of television, personal lives and on-screen stories often intersect. This was the case with the cast of a popular show from the late 80s. Delta Burke and Jean Smart, who brought their characters to life, shared a common challenge off-screen as both were managing diabetes. Jean Smart dealt with type 1 diabetes, while Delta Burke was diagnosed with type 2. Their experiences added depth to their roles, reflecting real-life struggles that many viewers could relate to. The bonds formed on set can be strong, and Meshach Taylor's friendship with Delta Burke and her husband Gerald McCraney was a testament to this. Their relationship mirrored the close connection viewers saw between their characters, highlighting the genuine affection that can grow behind the scenes. An interesting aspect of the show was the character of Suzanne's housekeeper, Consuela. Despite being frequently mentioned, she remained an unseen presence, sparking the audience's imagination about her character. This choice by the writers kept viewers engaged, always wondering about the mysterious Consuela.
Not really, I got bigger things on my mind.
Anthony, look, while you were asleep, Suzanne became a poor person.
The TV series Designing Women, which started in 1986, was a significant show that touched on many important topics. It was one of the first to focus on the lives and work of women, showing them as strong and capable. The show was known for addressing issues like sexism, racism, and domestic violence, which were not commonly discussed on TV at that time. It connected with many viewers by using humor and drama to talk about these serious subjects. The characters were relatable and showed that women could be both professional and personal successes. This show helped to change how women were seen in society and on television, and it encouraged conversations about equality and respect for women.
We're gonna cram them.
Well, hey, it's working. We feel very, very confident.
Annie Potts, initially set to play a lead role in the thriller Fatal Attraction, chose instead to join a new comedy show. Her replacement, Glenn Close, went on to make the character unforgettable. In the show, Dixie Carter portrayed the older sister to Delta Burke's character, a dynamic explained by their father's multiple marriages and a complex family history. The show faced early challenges with scheduling, moving from Monday to Thursday, then Sunday, which hurt viewer numbers. It was nearly canceled, but dedicated fans rallied, convincing the network to keep it on air, ultimately returning it to its original Monday slot.
Fouled up, I missed the deadline.
At least you're honest.
That's right. It's late, the work is shoddy, but...
The television series Designing Women, which started in 1986, received positive reviews for its humor and the chemistry between its cast members. It was praised for addressing social issues. The show was nominated for several Emmy Awards, with 2 wins over its 7-season run. It also received a Golden Globe nomination. The recognition from these awards highlighted the skill of the cast and crew and showed the show's success and influence on television during its time. The awards and nominations are a sign of high quality and respect from the television industry. They can lead to more opportunities for those who worked on the show.
You don't care.
I know. Well, a woman would never do that. I think it must have something to do with...
In the world of television, changes in cast can have a significant impact on a show's dynamic. This was evident when Julia Duffy, who played the role of Allison Sugarbaker, left after just 1 season due to a lack of positive reception for her character. The creators acknowledged the role's challenges, and her departure was seen as a mutual decision for the betterment of all parties involved. Meanwhile, Jean Smart, known for her portrayal of Charlene, chose to exit the series to focus on her family, marking her last appearance in a highly viewed 2-part episode. The show reached its peak popularity during this period, with the 6th season premiere drawing an impressive audience, reflecting the strong connection viewers had with the characters.
I do not want you to get up on your soapbox about this one. Otherwise, I might have to point out to...
During the filming of Designing Women, the cast and crew faced unique challenges and shared memorable moments. The set was known for its warm atmosphere, where laughter was a common sound. Dixie Carter, who played Julia Sugarbaker, brought her southern charm to the set every day, often sharing stories from her own life that mirrored her character's strong-willed nature. Annie Potts, portraying Mary Jo Shively, was admired for her ability to deliver lines with perfect timing, often leading to bouts of uncontrollable laughter during rehearsals. The camaraderie among the cast members was evident, with frequent gatherings after long shooting days. They supported each other through personal milestones and hardships, creating a bond that went beyond the screen. The show's creators, Linda Bloodworth Tomason and Harry Tomason, were hands-on in production, ensuring that each episode not only entertained, but also addressed social issues with sensitivity and wit. Their leadership fostered a creative environment where everyone felt valued and inspired. This behind-the-scenes dynamic contributed significantly to the show's success and the lasting impression it left on its audience.
Festival.
This makes me look like Jane Wyman.
In the world of television, recognition for performance is a significant achievement. For one particular show, the honor of Emmy nominations was bestowed upon Delta Burke, Meshach Taylor, and Alice Ghostley, acknowledging their compelling portrayals. Behind the scenes, however, the atmosphere was less than harmonious. Disputes over dialogue distribution led to meticulous line counting whenever scripts were delivered. This tension necessitated numerous script revisions to balance the dialogue and ensure equitable screen presence for each actress. The editing style of the show reflects this, with frequent cuts to include every cast member regardless of their involvement in the dialogue. Amidst these dynamics, Alice Ghostley's character, Bernice Clifton, stood apart as the sole main character without familial ties to the others, adding a unique dynamic to the ensemble.
That's what I thought. I might as well face it.
The 1986 television series Designing Women was a pioneer in showcasing strong, independent women in a professional setting, running their own interior design firm. This show was one of the first to focus on the lives and careers of women, breaking new ground for how they were portrayed on television. It opened doors for future shows to explore similar themes with confidence and humor. The characters were relatable, and their stories reflected real issues, which helped viewers connect with them on a personal level. The series also inspired other creators to develop shows that featured female leads in roles that were traditionally held by men, contributing to a shift in the television industry that encouraged more diverse and representative storytelling. Designing Women remains a memorable part of television history for its witty dialogue, memorable characters, and its role in advancing the portrayal of women on screen.
Those skinny legs. But I can't be that.
In the landscape of television, references and parodies are a testament to a show's impact. This was evident when a popular sitcom paid homage in an episode titled If I Could See Me Now. Meanwhile, Delta Burke, after leaving the show, was humorously depicted in a comedy series where she played a larger-than-life version of herself, taking comic revenge on her previous co-stars. Despite the exaggerated portrayal, she took it in stride, finding humor in the situation. Consistency in a cast is rare, yet Dixie Carter stood out by being present in every single episode, showcasing a dedication that anchored the show's continuity.
Hold on, little girl. I just come in time to pay a traffic ticket, and I just thought I'd drop by and apologize.
Jean Smart, known for her role as Charlene, initially had reservations about the show's approach to serious issues. Despite her belief that comedy should be separate from drama, she acknowledged the skillful way these topics were integrated, often hearing from fans who appreciated those episodes. Dixie Carter, before her time on this show, played Maggie on Different Strokes and later worked with her replacement, Mary Ann Mobley, in an episode. Additionally, Charlene's hometown of Poplar Bluff holds significance, as it is also where the creator Linda Bloodworth Thomason was born. These connections between the cast, characters, and creators added depth to the show beyond its humor.
4 other very special women. 4 women who gave me a job when no...
In the world of television, actors often face the challenge of portraying characters with differing opinions. Dixie Carter, a Republican, experienced this while playing Julia, who held liberal views. To balance this, Carter was allowed to display her singing talents in episodes following Julia's intense monologues. Delta Burke, after disagreements with her co-stars, took steps to reconcile, culminating in heartfelt appearances on Carter's later show and at reunions showing a restored friendship. Jean Smart, unlike her co-stars, hailed from Seattle, bringing a unique perspective to the southern charm of the series.
We have to be macho to get this job. It is macho we will be.
Dixie Carter and Delta Burke first worked together on Filthy Rich, a show that made fun of popular series like Dynasty and Dallas. Linda Bloodworth Thompson, who led that project, promised to reunite with them. True to her word, they came together again for the show in question. Later, Carter and Burke appeared together once more in a 22 episode of Family Law. The show in question was known for its humor, including a recurring joke where Mary Jo would enter Sugarbaker's and say, "I'm sorry I'm late," highlighting the challenges of being a single mother. In the 5th season, the character Reese Watson, played by Hal Holbrook, was removed from the show because Holbrook had accepted a role in Evening Shade.
Champagne.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
Now Payne and his lovely bride, Sylvie.
In the 6th season, the show explored a plot where Mary Jo expressed her desire to become a mother. However, this storyline was abandoned because a similar theme was already being portrayed on another CBS show, Murphy Brown, and the producers wanted to maintain originality. Jan Hooks, known for her success on Saturday Night Live, joined the cast as a supporting character for 2 years. Despite her talent, she took on fewer roles later on and sadly passed away in 2014. Tina Fey, commenting on Hooks' passing, expressed regret that her full potential was never realized, believing she deserved a more prominent career. The first season faced a significant challenge when it was put on hiatus and nearly canceled. The intervention of Viewers for Quality TV, a group that no longer exists, and the support of over 50,000 letters to CBS played a crucial role in saving the show. It was eventually moved to a Monday slot, as competing against Golden Girls on Saturdays proved difficult for ratings.
Hey, why don't we just go all the way and fill up the baby seat with beer and contraceptives?
Mary Jo, I just don't get you.
Alice Ghostley, known for her role as a recurring guest star, appeared more frequently than some main cast members. Her presence was significant throughout the show's run. In a surprising turn of events, despite high ratings in its 6th season, the series was moved to a less favorable time slot on Friday nights in its 7th season. This change led to a sharp decline in viewership, falling from 6th to 67th place, and ultimately resulted in the show's cancellation after 7 years. Alongside this series, other shows like Major Dad and The Golden Palace also met their end. The charming building seen as the workplace in the series is actually the Villa Mar, a historic Victorian mansion from 1881 situated in Little Rock, Arkansas. This building is recognized in the National Registry of Historic Places, adding a touch of authenticity to the show's setting.
We've slept together for the last 2 years.
Oh, well then we'll all have a lot to talk about.
If you enjoyed watching Designing Women and it left a strong impression on you, we would love to hear about it. Your stories and memories are valuable and can show how this show touched lives and changed views on TV shows. Did it make you laugh, think, or feel inspired? Share your thoughts with us. Your input helps keep the spirit of the show alive and connects fans across generations. If you like these discussions, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content on the wonderful world of TV and movies. Your participation makes our community richer. Thank you for being a part of it.
Give away tickets to local celebrities like me. Then once everybody hears I'm attending, everybody wants to go.